want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. The mother of a 13-year-old boy who was sexually assaulted by a Colorado woman rallied against law enforcement after the alleged predator cut a sweet deal that included no time behind bars. Andrea Serrano, 31, of Fountain, Colorado, who gave birth to the minor's child, cut a deal with prosecutors that allowed her to evade jail time after she was charged with sexual assault following her 2022 arrest. According to news, Serrano was required to register as a sex offender as part of her plea deal. She was also required to enroll in sex offender intensive supervised probation. After details of Serrano's deal were made public, the victim's family lashed out at law enforcement and sought legal intervention for custody of the child. Despite Serrano's alleged sexual assault of the minor, the woman was given full custody of the child. The victim's family filed a motion to obtain full custody of the baby in light of Serrano's charges. I feel like my son is robbed of his childhood, the victim's unidentified mother told local news. Now he's having to be a father. He's a victim, and he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. The victim's mother questioned whether Serrano would have received the same treatment had her son been a young girl. I feel like if she was a man and he was a little girl, it would definitely be different, the victim's mother stated. They would be seeking incarceration, she continued. I feel like because he is not a woman, they are not. They are having compassion for her because she was pregnant. It remained unclear what prompted the local district attorney to drop the charges to a lesser degree. However, the victim's mother insisted that the decision was rooted in bias due to her son's gender. She was pregnant by a child. That child was created by a sexual abuse, the victim's mother stated on Serrano's escape from accountability. She also revealed that due to the sexual assault that resulted in the birth of a child, her son has experienced depression that caused him to shut down. The length of Serrano's probation period has yet to be determined by authorities. So let me just go back down here to what it is that the mother stated. She said, I feel like my son is robbed of his childhood. Now he's having to be a father. He's a victim, and he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Right. And she also stated that she feels that if her son was a girl, it would have been different treatment. Quote, I feel like if she was a man and he was a little girl, it would definitely be different. They would be seeking incarceration. I feel like because he is not a woman, they are not. They are having compassion for her because she was pregnant. So I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck the women at. I've told y'all time and time and time again that you have women out here who are going directly out here seeking these young boys, raping these young boys, molesting these young boys. And I I get nothing. I get nothing. But all the time I hear women always tell me, "Oh, talk about what the men are doing. What about what the men are doing to little girls? And what about what the men doing here? What about?" Like I said before, y'all don't give a fuck about men. Y'all don't give a fuck about little boys. As much as women always like to say that they actually care about some shit, y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. I don't see women online in droves trying to talk about this woman, trying to sit up there and find out all of her information, where it is that she previously worked, all of her friends, all of this different time. I don't see women trying to uh 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 raise huge awareness about this. Let this have been a man that did this all over the place, all over TV. Women everywhere talking about it all across the globe. But here we have this kid that somehow, some way ended up in a sexual relationship with a grown adult woman. Grown adult woman. What I mean grown, she's 31 years old. And she ended up having dealings with this kid. How? How? Like this is ridiculous to me. This is ridiculous to me. And this mother is 1,000% right in stating that if her son was a girl, that there would be way more consequences, because there would. I've covered stories time and time again where there have been consequences. But seemingly, when it deals with women going after children, magically there's no consequences. Magically, nothing seems to really happen. We don't got a whole list of 100 women that have actively gone after kids, gotten pregnant, whatnot, or whatever, and their life is done. Nah, she's still able to live. She's going to be taking care of that baby. She's going to be on government assistance because obviously she ain't going to be able to work, right? Because now she's a sex offender. She's on the list, right? So now she's going to be on that government assistance. She's going to be getting all of that free money and support and different things of that nature. When realistically, she shouldn't be getting anything at all, because the way that that child was conceived should never have happened at all. But again, like I keep saying, how many adults out here actually care about kids? Because I'm not seeing it. Too many people always talk about, oh, I'm a parent, I care about this. Really? So why is it that this does not get highlighted? I believe that if you are a parent, this should be your number one main concern. Everything else realistically is secondary, because you got predators either internally or externally. This predator was external, and somehow, some way, she coerced this young man into sitting up there having relations with her, to the extent of her getting pregnant by him. Huh? Where's the outrage at? Where's the offense at? Where are the women that's like, oh, I've been through this situation, so where are all of those empathetic and sympathetic women who can relate to this situation? Where are they at? Because I don't see them whenever it comes to stories like this. And y'all want to know why it is that you have a lot of young men out here that are hypersexual? Why it is that they're just going from relationship to relationship to relationship? Why it is that they just treat women a certain type of way? Why it is that they act a certain type of way about with women and girls? This is why. This is what does not get talked about in a variety of communities. Because if a guy talks about it, automatically he's going to get deemed, oh, you're complaining about this? A grown woman was with, oh, you must be gay. That's going to be the normal general consensus that a lot of people give to a young boy or man talking about these things. If it's not that, they'll start laughing at him. They'll start laughing at him. Adrian Broner sat up there and talked about this around, he was on, I think should have been like Fresh and Fit. And he was talking about what he went through, and the girls were laughing. Fresh and Fit, the dude had to stop. He was like, see, this is what we're talking about. When a guy goes through any type of sexual trauma, it's funny to everybody. And it's especially funny to women. And then you'll have, well, this has been happening to us for years and all this other type of stuff. So it is what it is. So you mean to tell me that there's a general consensus that when this happens to women, that it's wrong and it shouldn't happen, and that you have people out here trying to actively stop this from happening? But due to the fact that it's been going on for oh so long, and it seems as though people just didn't care, you're saying that it's fine and dandy for it to happen to men because it is what it is, because you had to suffer. See, this is, like I said, I don't know. I don't know the type of logic or the world that we are in at this moment in time, but you have a lot of people out here that are just sick. I don't know what else to tell people, because if you are basically saying, in a sense, you're advocating and you're agreeing with the fact that it is wrong here, but it is a-okay for it to happen to little boys and to guys who ain't asking for it. Like, yo, this is why the world is jacked up. This is why we're in a fucked up situation, because we got fucked up people out here. The main thing beyond anything else that I've talked about is that I've tried my best to sit up there and try to advocate for kids, to let parents know that, yo, this is the type of shit that is going on. These are the type of adults that be fucking around and be trying to find your kids, and they try to coerce them or formulate these friendships or these relationships with your kids so that they can have free access to your kids and do whatever it is that they want to do. And I always try to figure out where are the actual adults who realistically care about this because I'm not seeing it. I'm just not. I need somebody to show it to me. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I've been doing this for too long. I might not be able to actually spot people, right? Maybe there's a lot more than what I actually think there is. Maybe I'm just too far gone in this that I just can't see it because I'm not seeing it. Because there's no way in hell that this should not be happening. This should not be happening. Like, like I said, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. This is oh my god. And you literally got the mother out here pleading, stating that there's a double standard. And this is the main thing that guys have always talked about, that when it comes to the system, there are double standards because there are. And this is the main thing I've talked about before. That's why I don't believe in equality, because there's no such thing. Like, this is just like, man, like I said, women, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like I said, y'all seemingly y'all don't care, but y'all got kids and y'all got sons and y'all raising them. This is gonna end up hitting your doorstep, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I like I said, I don't know what to tell you because y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. So when your sons end up going through this, hey, like I said, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should have protected better. You should sit up there and do better. You should actually listen and understand and know that you got predators who look just like you who are coming directly after your son. But like I said, a lot of y'all don't care, but y'all make it seem as though you do care, quote unquote. But your parents though, right? But your parents though. Like I said, this is why you don't have a lot of young boys and men out here talking, because you can't really try to explain stuff to people, because the main thing that people are going to say is either A, you're gay, or they're going to laugh at you, or they're just number three, they're just going to do both. So this is why guys are the way that they are. But like I said, women don't care.